Hello everyone, and welcome to Ready Steady Crits Dragon Heist. When we last left off, let me pull up my notes, because it's been a while. So, despite Gabriella and Logan's best efforts to get Sullivan and Bosco off the hook by making a deal with the Blackstaff, in which the gang joined the Greyhounds to get their freedom assured, which would take place at that trial of those two that afternoon. However, before that trial could take place, Sullivan, Bosco, and Needle, a Tabaxi prisoner, who helped them stage the first successful jailbreak from the salt cells under Castle Waterdeep. It was not the cleanest operation, but it was successful, at least for those three. The escape did warrant the Blackstaff to drop by the Old Familiar, and with a verbal warning of what can happen if they ever choose to leave her protection with what knowledge she has, and enjoying a brief drink, she left. Bosco and Sullivan decided that they needed a stiff drink, but they wanted to go somewhere other than the Old Familiar. As they stepped out into the night, a fireball exploded right outside the tavern. Sullivan's sixth sense kicked in, forcing him to dive forward, and doing so, saving the lives of the Ragamuffins, the three orphans who had been hanging around the alley since the party had moved in. Only saving that by the skin of his teeth with a shadowy claw that had mysteriously formed out of the stump where his hand had once been. Bosco, luckily, a few steps ahead and a little bit shorter, was flung from the blast but uninjured. Meanwhile, inside the tavern, you hear the sound of screaming and chaos as that bright wash of light kind of illuminates the outside of the tavern through the windows before you all. And I guess I would like to ask Logan what you and Gabriella are up to in this very moment as the fireball.
I think Gabrielle left just a moment before that last session to go to the post, as she said, and was asked by the Blackstaff to deliver a message to Needle.
I don't think you'd left just yet.
Oh, okay, cool, wonderful.
My knowledge.
Logan was having a drink downstairs, I believe.
Yep.
Gabrielle
The first person to leave was Sullivan, because he's the one who made the point of saying that he's stepping out, so that's why I waited until one person had claimed they had left officially before I pushed it through.
Yeah, Gabrielle probably rushed down from her room, looking around like, the hell just happened? Logan? You there? Anybody?
You see Logan having a drink.
Logan? What's that? What was that? Any clue?
Don't have me. Not me.
Oh, good. Alright, it was one of them too. Fucking hell, it was his flamethrower again. I think we should go check on that.
Alright, you're gonna go to the door and open it?
Yep. Basically.
You throw open the door, and although you weren't within, the range of the explosion itself, as you literally step out into the street, you're, met with just, you hear the, still... the billowing of fire as a few of the stalls in the street have actually caught. You see some people with buckets of water. They brought out their businesses and stuff and try to put out what they can. You see there's some bodies on the ground as well. A good few, actually, in fact.
I swear to the law of Tyr, if it was the fucking flamethrower again, and she'd probably start moving around trying to help and if she can see anybody visibly alive and injured.
A quick summary of the scene as you look around. You see there are a lot of people have been caught in this blast.
Cool.
It looks like a few of them have had minor injuries. But even just from here, you can see there's a good few who are on the ground and definitely not moving. You see the burnt remains of an elderly female human, two male humans wearing cloaks, two female humans, and one male half-elf dressed in plain clothing, a male gnome also wearing a burned cloak, and two female halflings who have instruments still in their hand, which have fallen to their side, a flute and a fiddle. And two male halflings also nearby them. They all appear to be on the ground, not moving. The horrible, horrible burns all over their body. Yeah. 12 in total.
Are there still people in the tavern?
Yeah, there's a few people happening. Most of them are like seeing what's happening, or like looking for the window, or like, trying to see what's going on.
Right.
You hear people screaming like, someone get the mages, like, you hear like, people like cries, and eventually you begin.
Right.
In the distance, you hear whistles being blown that you would recognize to be that of the watch, but they sound. You got a few minutes for any members of the watch to get here.
All right. Yeah, she
Um,
probably.
With that, Bosco and Sullivan, you guys are like ears ringing from the tinnitus of the explosion, but you're also present here, and as you Logan, if there's anything you guys want to do.
All right. Bosco, Sullivan, you're alive?
We don't know what happened.
Right.
We literally just step out for a second, and
Yeah.
we did a perception check, did we, to try and see if the cause. I don't know if we checked.
No, you've
to
not
see
done
where it
anything
came
yet.
from.
We closed just as the
good.
explosion happened.
Um,
So this is fresh. It's just happened.
I'll try to get a few people to help around here. And she'd probably move into the tavern and she'd like call. All right, folks, there's a lot of shit fucked up here. We're gonna need a few people to set this out. And she'd try to like delegate people to do some tasks,
Perfect.
carry people, like put out fires, fetch people.
Yep.
Actually, I was going to do a perception check, but I know I'm not good at that. So instead, can I go to the bodies and do like an investigation check? I want to see if I can find any kind of like markings on them,
Yep.
or just see if I can find like like items made to resemble like if like
Most
it could
definitely.
be someone from the Dentrum,
Yep.
all that kind of stuff.
Make an investigation check.
Sure.
Logan would be probably not focusing on the people, but looking around using divine sense and also his blind sight, just kind of doing the perimeter of the affected area, see if there's anything.
Okay.
Sullivan probably just go to the kids. Are you kids okay? Are you
what,
okay? And
what
I
happened?
just take a general look to see if the kids are okay.
It looks like most of the kids have gotten out unscathed. And same with yourself. You actually were able to push them out of the area. If you hadn't moved, you all would have been caught in this engulf. Yeah, luckily you're able to tackle them outside the radius of the explosion itself.
Yeah. Get out of here! Go! Go get some help quickly!
Yep. Oh yeah. Come on. And like you see them make some symbols to Nat, and Nat looks the one whose death may look very confused, but like begins to follow.
Let's go! And I kind of like limp towards Bosco.
All right.
Gabriella, make me a persuasion check just to see if you can rile up some good support.
All right. Persuasion. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, too.
Can I add a D4 to that, please?
Yep.
D4. Woo. 14.
14. Yeah, of the tavern, let's say there's about 6 patrons in here. I'm 14, 5 of them all kind of stand up and, like with the instruction of the twins and stuff, begin filling like mugs and anything they can carry out there for things of water. And like you see people take some like some scrap like tiles and like things of polishing cloths to be like maybe make for makeshift bandages, just going out to see if they can do anything to help. You definitely get them on their feet. One guy, an elderly man, probably in his like 70s, like just sipping a whiskey at the bar, kind of looks over, just like shakes his head, and you just hear like mumble under his breath, like, "I remember when Waterdeep used to be a nice city." Just like goes back to drinking.
Fucking hell. Alright, Bosco, Sullivan, no injuries? You good to go?
I'm good.
I think you guys are no more injured than you were originally. You weren't actually. The fireball missed you guys, so you're okay.
Yeah.
Bosco, so,
Bosco, looking around with a quick investigation check, you're trying to just spot anyone in particular. With the 8, I will let you pick. I'm just going to run through the list. So there's the elderly woman, the 3 cloaked male humans, the 2 female humans and 1 male half-elf dressed in plain clothes, a male gnome wearing a cloak, and 2 female halflings who are playing instruments, and 2 halflings male as well next to them. Who would you like to investigate?
I'm probably go for the gnome, because
The gnome?
the only person I'm thinking of is thingy. What's his name? I forgot his name now. I got my notes for me. Our friend, Dabble's friend. The only real shot.
the potion.
You think of Schemo?
Yeah.
Chemo.
Yeah.
You turn this one over, and you don't recognize him. But you see, clutched tightly in one hand, he has a dagger that was probably like being held quite close to his chest, probably under the cloak. But it looks like the explosion killed him so quickly. It's like almost like just like in a throw. He's like still holding it. He just like went down. didn't even really get a chance to scream.
I wouldn't suppose there's nothing like on him at all as well.
Nothing overly noticeable. You don't see any markings of Xanathar or Zentrum, obviously, on his corpse on either.
Yeah.
But you know, it's possible tattoos, things like that, might not be on places that could be easily seen.
Yeah.
Can I start looking around as well? Maybe I want to maybe look at the rooftops or any, because I don't know, rooftops or windows or anything like that.
Yeah, make me a perception check.
And perception. Ow.
6. Looking around.
6.
You don't spot anything super obvious at first glance, Sullivan. However, as you're kind of surveying and looking around, one of the 3 cloaked male humans, coughs and he rolls onto his side, and he begins picking himself up and just rubbing his head and looking around and
I'm made with cloaks.
Yeah. Wearing a black cloak. And he begins trying to pick himself up. And you see a few people from the tavern probably go over and start helping him up. And you see he's got quite bad burns all over his body.
Can I inside him? See if he looks a bit suspicious?
Sure.
Or would that be part of my investigation?
It would be different checks. It would be if you want to inside him, you can try to inside him from distance. I mean, he's visibly shaken. He's covered in injuries. He's clearly in pain. He's a man who's just been in a fireball and somehow survived.
I'll go over there and help him up.
Yep.
It's okay, my friend. It's okay. Come on. Get up. Get up.
Yeah, he helps you. He lets you help him up. He's
Are you okay? Did you see anything, my friend?
I was going to the. And he kind of looks around the bookworm's treasure over there. I don't know what happened. There's just a bright light and a lot of heat and... Oh, I think I hit my head when I fell over. I must have been knocked out.
Not really. So didn't see anything.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. I'll take you to the guard, my friend. Come, he'll be able to help you. Come this way. Come with me. I'll take you to the guards.
Let's take the most injured people inside the tavern and look after them until they're police or whoever healers can come. Let's try and secure this area.
You can do healing magic, right?
No.
No. You're spent.
Due to activities,
All right. Understandable.
Remember this for the fucking perception check, bro. This fucking crucial moment. God damn it.
But let's get these folks inside. I think we could cauterize some of the wounds with some liquor and shit. Right, let's go.
I'll take this guy as well, the cloak inside as well. Come, my friend. I'll take you somewhere safe. Come.
But
I'll help him inside.
Yeah, he'll let you take him inside. Yeah, of course. War, maybe he'll help you lead him in. He's clearly disoriented. He doesn't.
Could Gabriella quickly check some of the people who are still lying on the ground if they are alive, dead?
Yeah, if you want to make me a medicine check, just a generic medicine check, we'll see just how quickly you can assess just everyone's current needs.
Alright, let's get to move on. 15.
15, Gabriella, you're pretty sure that everyone else on all the other 11 bodies are beyond saving at this point. You had, 18 seconds. That moment has unfortunately passed. You've been inside the tavern, in and out. Yeah. One individual seemed to get quite lucky.
Yeah, she'd sigh and go back into the tavern and probably just get the shots of whiskey on the house for anybody who'd want to get one. Alright, folks, come on in, quick.
A few bystanders would definitely take up that. Just, people who were me close enough to have seen, people burned to death in front of their eyes. Yeah. And there's definitely a few people who, are kind of there looking and, just, muttering to himself. And, there's one individual, a man, he's, muttering, he's like, I was just holding her hand, and then she was gone. That's, that kind of,
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in for everybody.
She just starts shepherding them inside and probably task the what's their name? The three similar ones.
Oh, the twins.
They're twins? Oh, I thought they were
the triplets? Yeah.
Triplets. Yes, that's the word. The triplets to start pouring out.
How many people do you have inside the tavern now?
right
be
now,
safe.
you guys originally had about 5 people who came out and help. But probably at this point, you probably have guts of maybe about 12 or so people in here, not including yourselves or your staff.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are still more people out in the
I-
street, and there's people like still trying to like, there's a few small patches of fire now. Nothing, no buildings caught fire. It was just a small little stall and stuff that seemed to be mainly afflicted.
Knowing like the direction we was heading, could I possibly do like an investigation check to maybe like discover the trajectory of the fireball, maybe like if that's a possible way?
Yeah, you
Like,
can make
try
me
and
a investigation check. Sure, if you're just trying to like,
Like,
you've no real point to
yeah.
triangulate it with, so it'll be quite a difficult DC because you would know a fireball spell. You can just
Can I
point.
give him an advantage? Can I help him?
Do you have? You don't really have any access to spells or anything like that. I would say probably Sullivan wouldn't be familiar with like how the fireball spell works. Unfortunately,
Okay.
14 though, Bosco. You would know that yeah, a fireball spell they'd have to see that the area where it impacts. Troll Skull Alley was fairly crowded even in the evening whenever you stepped out, so there's a lot of people around. But you didn't. Let's double check fireball spell description real quick. I'm pretty sure it has the verbal. It has a verbal component, and you didn't hear anyone use that. Make me an Arcana check.
Sure.
Obviously, it was busy. Maybe you used your past perception enough to hear it.
Yeah.
23. If you didn't hear a verbal component, it's very likely that this fireball spell could have originated from, say, a magic item, maybe a wand, or there are like single-use magic items like necklaces of fireballs, things like that, that potentially could be the cause that you'd be familiar with 23 Arcana. Which theoretically would mean any motherfucker could have had it. It could have been someone.
Yeah.
It could have been someone in the middle of. It could have been one of those bodies on the ground. Maybe it went wrong. Or it could have been someone in the crowd far away who threw it or cast it in that direction. And theoretically, there's a lot of rooftops around here. I mean, you've encountered the archer from the Zentrum before as well. It's very likely someone could have been flying. A spellcaster capable of casting Fireball wouldn't go to the league to expect them to know the fly spell as well. They could have flown right overhead, dropped the Fireball, and kept on flying and not even been spotted.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, we don't know the direction, so we don't know if if the fireball started somewhere like from further down or something like that, do we?
A Fireball is you pick
Yeah.
a central point. It's not like
And then
something
it just goes.
flies in that direction. It just goes.
Yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
It explodes outward from the point you choose. It's not like it's like
So
a
there's
cone or
it's
anything.
fall from the sky or something, like a meteor or something.
It's like to put it briefly, it's effectively
It's an
like
explosion.
a magical grenade. You know, the grenade landed somewhere, and then you didn't see where the grenade came from. You just saw the grenade, and the grenade exploded. So you don't know where the grenade flew in from. There's no way to tell if it was thrown from up high or from like your level or.
I'll just take like my time to just like try and look around, like just investigate if there's any alleyways, maybe see if there's any like I guess just like any alleyways and maybe potential like target where they could shot
Sure.
it from. I guess.
Make a perception check if you're specifically looking for alleyways. Sure.
Yeah, like maybe I'm trying to think, but maybe they're trying to hide themselves.
17. The only person you see currently in an alleyway is you see a small boy, halfling looks like. He's like, you can only just kind of see him peeking out from behind a barrel. He's visibly crying, scared. You think, and yeah, he's like he. It looks like he might have been a witness to the whole event, and there's plenty of eyewitnesses here as well. You see like Bala, who owns Krellion's Crown, this young boy. There's also a few people like lurking around as well. People from around the alley, things like that. Sure.
Is there any like sounds silly, but is there any like food stalls here? Like,
There was probably a small little food stall just outside, but like they're not like a regular occurrence. It looks like that's the stall that was actually quite badly damaged. You've seen them here before a couple of times. They like are here every other Tuesday kind of thing, and they just sell like small little cakes and things.
I was like, yeah, if it's alright, then I want to put 2 silver down on the stall, even though it's a child, and just take a cake. And I want to walk.
You
up
pick
to
off
it.
one of the less like charred cakes, yeah.
Yeah, and I want to. So I'll take that off, and I want to walk to the little boy in the alleyway.
Yeah. You see as you come close, he like flinches away, and then kind of recognizes you as the halfling, and he's just like, I don't know what happened.
I'll kind of like I'm assuming. I'm hoping I'm taller than him. So I'll
Yeah,
go
you are.
about kneel
He's
down.
he's a child. He's like 12.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm a halfling.
Yeah, he's also
I'm
halfling.
tiny. Oh yeah, but I don't know how.
It's
they
not like
come and
halflings are just like they don't come out one size.
grow. I know, Danny. Like
They grow.
Halfling child. Oh, I'll like kind of kneel down, like hand in the cake, like. Did you, like, I don't know if you was here long, but did you see anything particular, like anyone strange, like a man, like throwing or casting anything?
Well, right after the explosion, I ducked behind a rain barrel, and then I heard a plop, and I found this in the barrel. And he pulls out a golden necklace with 2 orange beads on it and a broken clasp.
Right. Do you mind if I have that? I will.
Make me a persuasion check with advantage.
I will. Okay, I'm like, and if you do, I'll make sure the next time you get hungry, I'll pay for your first meal in my inn.
With advantage, I did say.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I thought I'd press the plus. Okay.
Well, I was going to keep it, but yeah, okay, and he'll hand it back. And yeah,
You know what? As I'll take it, I'm like, you know what? Just say my name, and you can have You can have 3 meals for the 2 weeks. On me.
what's your name?
Say Bosco.
Oscar. Okay, I'll say that. I'm Martin, by the way. Martin
Nice.
Trek.
Nice to meet you, Martin Trek. Right.
Those are my friends. He points to like the bodies, like in the street of the 4 halflings.
Ah, shit.
Are they okay?
I'm afraid not. But how about this? I have some great people who you might love to meet. They're called the Ragamuffins. They're
Oh,
be
they're
fun with them.
weirdos. I don't really want to hang out with them. They're really weird. They keep saying they're gonna go on adventures, and they spend a lot of time in the sewers, and they smell funny. My mum says I shouldn't hang out with them.
Oh, you have parents. You're not. Okay, that's great then.
No, I was just playing with my friends, and this horrible event happened.
Hello.
Not all children here are awful.
Oh
I'm
god.
sorry. I guess it's got to be the sumptuous.
At least
Um,
she wasn't in the blast.
Well, you know what? In fact, bring your parents as well. I'm sure I'll pay for their meal as well. Okay, it's on me.
Okay, I'll let them know. And
fantastic. Anyway.
I'm gonna stay here though because I think the Watch are coming, and that might be exciting. I want to see what happens to my friends.
Okay.
I should
and
probably tell their mum.
If you watch the crowd, yeah, try and spot something out of the ordinary, or like something they shouldn't be doing, and let me know, okay?
Okay.
And I'm gonna give him a silver coin.
Yep, he'll definitely take that. Put in his pocket. Cool.
Oh, I'm so poor.
Anyone else up to anything while Bosco is dealing with a child?
Gabriel will probably try to convert the people from the street, just walking around pouring out drinks as well.
Yep. There's a good few people. You see that Bala's like she's at her front door. She's still holding her watering can in her hand. She's like peering out in the street. And there's also looks like a Water Dabian noble. A noblewoman who's kind of like near the entrance to the Tiger's Eye. Kind of sat on a bench near there. You can see she's got a handkerchief. She's like, dabbing her eyes and things. And as you're kind of surveying this, what is Logan up? Because Logan's been quite quiet.
So, assuming that he didn't find anything with his perimeter check and probably 3 uses of divine sense, just to pick
Nothing
anything
flared up and nothing on blind sense. You couldn't see with your own eyes. That I already described.
Cool. He would probably have just regrouped with the others, probably Gabriella, helping out, pouring drinks and things.
Oh, hi Logan. Anything anywhere?
No, I've done a full check around, but
Alright.
nothing.
Thank you. Well, at least that should be the end of our troubles for a bit.
I think Sullivan would probably ask the guy, the people that was gathered in the inn. Has anyone here seen anything outside? What just happened?
Yeah, if you ask that, you'll be met with
general,
a
like-
whole bunch of responses from different people, kind of all over. I mean,
Anyone seen anyone suspicious? Anyone doing anything? Why did this happen?
make me a general investigation check, Sullivan, just as you're like trying to collaborate stories from multiple different accounts all at
Yeah.
once.
Investigation. Boom. Oh, for fucking crying out loud.
Okay, so most people are just telling you a load of like useless information. They didn't really see anything, but they are just relating their personal experience to you. It's like, oh yeah, I heard a huge explosion, I rushed in the street, or you know, it's like my friend just got fucking obliterated in front of me, like I could feel the fire on my face, it was so close. Or someone's like, yeah, all the windows of my shop blew out, you know, things like that. So nothing like super useful, just, you know, just confirming that the event definitely happened. There are some people who report they saw someone on the roof throw something from a
the
rooftop.
roof?
And the individual that they saw, after they threw the thing in the explosion, one person, you're not really sure if you can fully believe them because he seems quite intoxicated. He's like an old homeless man who's definitely had a little bit too much to drink. But he's like, and I saw that big metal man. He came running down from the wall, and he ran right over to the little man's body, the gnome. He took something out of his hand, and then he ran away. He ran away heading east, I say. That's what I say.
Is it the Easter?
I don't know what way's east, boy. I don't have a compass, but it went a direction. East just sounds the best thing to say in the moment.
And you said you saw him on the roof as well, no?
Yeah, he
Which-
clambered
which
down for the
one?
roof. Big metal fella.
Which one? Show me where you saw him. Come here, man. And
Goes
and
to the
help him
window.
outside.
He's like swaggering, like, like, you know, you're not
Come
sure if
on.
this man has just
I
heard
don't
what
have time
everyone
for
else
this.
has been saying, and he's like built his own little story in his head. But he points to one of the rooftops, like kind of across from Troll Skull Alley, from what Troll Skull Manor used to be, like on the far side of the alley, overlooking like the entrance to the Old Familiar. And yeah, you see him there, and he points up. He's like, up there, I saw a man. He was made of copper and wood, and he wore this red robe,
Man made a cop on the wood.
a big red hat, big long feather. He had this big Van Dyke style beard like my father had. I remember because he used to beat me. And then he had this clockwork mechanism just constantly whirring and pistoning under his runic plated skin, and whenever he looked at you, his eyes burned like fire. Or maybe I made that
and
last
so-
bit up, but you know...
And you saw all of this from that distance? I mean, I can barely see the window from here.
Well, I was just having a piss in an alleyway, and I just happened to see everything. I helped
Okay,
put
so
out
that
I helped put out one of the fires with my piss.
So a man made of copper wood, and he said he had a big red sort of
Big
hat,
red
he said.
robe, big red hat, big old Van Dyke beard and mustache.
A mustache.
A man made of metal and wood. Like something out of those there paintings.
Okay.
And as he says that, one person in the tavern actually, like, somewhat helpfully goes like, a man of metal and wood. I remember there was some constructs on display in the parade earlier. Nimble Rights, I think they were called. They were going
Nimble
around on
Rights.
that
What is a nibble ride? What is this?
I don't know. They were going around that Sea Maidens Fair parade. I think they were with the Luskin ships, the ones who brought the carnival to town. I think they were with them.
Alaskan ships. Okay. So he's saying this nimble things they came in the ship from Lusk. Or someone.
But they were on display in the parade. I think they were for sale actually. Some of them.
And who makes this constructs?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I just remember seeing them.
Do you know anyone that would know? Anyone that could ask about these nibble rights?
As you ask that is when you hear the screech of a griffin as a griffin lands in the street, and a griffin cavalry rider dismounts, begins surveying the area, and you hear him bellow loudly, "All right, everyone, stay back. This area is officially under the watch of the city guard." And maybe a few, maybe 30 seconds later, a few guards just begin arriving, and they begin cordoning off Troll Skull Alley. posting guards at every kind of entrance, and they begin stopping people exiting or entering without permission from one of their senior officers. And number 6 guards, including a sergeant, meet with the Griffin Cav rider who was first in the scene, have a brief discussion, and then the Griffin is sent up to just patrol the skies, as the rider stays on the ground, keeping just boots on the ground, and they're taking accounts themselves, and they're more trying to keep everyone there, and they're explaining that some detectives from the watch are on the way, but it's going to take time for them to get here.
Alright, seems the watch has arrived. Is the noble woman that you mentioned still there on the bench?
Mhm.
Or is she like give a look to Logan? Say, Logan, do you recognize that noblewoman over there? I've been missing for a bit, and I kind of lost track of all the nobility. But she does look like somebody who is of noble stature.
Would Logan recognize her?
Would Logan?
Recognize her. Sorry, I'm getting an echo off.
Yeah, it's an echo of Cast's mic.
What? What the fuck? Sorry.
You, Logan, let's do a history check.
I'm good at this.
You don't recognize the woman directly, but you do recognize the brooch that she wears. It looks like she's from like House Hornraven, and you would probably know based on her age and dress, she's probably married to the patriarch of the house at this time. Nothing. She's not a young woman. Probably like 50s, maybe late 40s.
Cool. He's gonna pretend that he knows everything about this woman. Oh yes, the matron of Hornraven. Yes.
Oh, Hornraven, I heard that somewhere. Aren't they a trading family or something?
Sure.
That did sound reassuring.
Listen, I'm not in everyone's business.
I know, I understand. Sorry. I say we should maybe check up on her. She seems rather distressed by the ongoing situation.
I can imagine, yes.
And so, making some new contacts in nobility could be useful.
I thought you hated the nobility.
I dislike them, but they can be used for instance. It's better to have them on your side than against you.
Okay, we can agree on that. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, she'd probably start to head over there, looking around as well.
Perfect.
Are we still at the tavern at this moment? Like, are we?
It's not like they're going outside to go speak to a woman who's outside the Tiger's Eye.
Okay. As I see Logan and Gabrielle, he was like, you to come here for a second before we go there. I just learned some very interesting information.
I guess another way.
And then I go to them and I was like, so I was talking to some of the people here, and they said they saw a very a suspicious figure on top of the window over there, and I pointed the window to them.
All the way up there?
All the way up there, yes. It is a man made of copper and wood with a red robe and a hat. And this man, he said, apparently he threw something downstairs just before the explosion happened.
Oh. Could he be a warforged?
No, did someone say something about a nimble right, or something like that?
Also, a slight note: Warforged being native to Eberron and not the Forgotten Realms.
Oh,
you have no
sorry.
fucking idea what that is.
Errata that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
They say it's called it could be a nimberite, which is like a construct. And apparently there's many of them in the parade earlier. So perhaps, I don't know, maybe if we find the who made these nimberites, maybe we can find some clues as to who this copper and woodman is.
That sounds like a very interesting lead, Sylvan. Good job.
But I think for now we should keep. I don't know if we should tell this to guys just yet. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it would be helpful to share this information. I mean, what reason is there we shouldn't? Although, to be fair, if it is somewhere high up, or if the person who organized this is somewhere higher up in the food chain.
Listen, why don't we, keep things to ourselves?
That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of information.
Yes.
This could become very valuable, and we want to make sure that we stay valuable.
And I also have to say that
Exactly.
God isn't well known for keeping its secrets too secret. Let's be real. Alright,
Maybe we should skip the information to ourselves until we know more about it. Maybe
let's
something we can handle ourselves.
sure, let's go with that.
Also, it happened just outside our tavern, so
Yeah,
maybe someone is probably targeting us. Who knows?
that is also a possibility.
Did you say that somebody stole something from someone?
No. I said this man saw a man that's made of copper and wood from the top of the window there, and he threw something at the floor just before the explosion. So I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe he had a grenade or I don't know, something like that. A bomb, I don't know.
Bomba.
While this is happening, Roscoe's gonna run straight upstairs. I probably wouldn't have been here for this conversation, but I would have gone straight upstairs into our little crow's nest where we hide our money. I want to go straight there, and I want to put the beads of fireball in there for now, just to keep them safe.
Bosco, I would say that you're familiar enough with the crime and laws of Waterdeep right now that you would know that this is probably concealing evidence. So if it did come to it, you're sure that probably wouldn't exactly be the most favorable instance to have. But this is enough.
Yeah. Oh.
But you would know, like, you've effectively taken evidence away from a crime scene, and have hidden it. So, just so you're aware, Bosco would be smart enough to know that that's what he had done. If not on like a social cue thing, just on an intelligence factor alone of like, this is really useful information. The Watcher probably know about this. But if I tell them about it, they're probably going to want the fireballs, so they're going to hide those. But that's also probably not good. It's like...
Well, it's like, I'm thinking, well, I stole it from a kid, which he was going to keep it. It was better out of his hands, and this could potentially lead to something. Well, we can do our own investigation on it. Even though it is a high crime, but... Yeah. Bosco's smart, but he is interested in the magical item as well. Which is why he's got the wisdom, so...
Already?
Right. So I would say
Maybe we should go and have a look at the rooftop where this metal man was.
I think we should wait for the watch to leave, maybe, and wait for the situation to calm down a tad.
Oh, and also he said that this mysterious man run towards east. But then again, he was very, very drunk, so I don't know. I don't know if he actually make any sense to what he was saying, but that's what he said.
I think we should maybe take that with a pinch of salt.
Okay, but what else do we have, really?
I meant the running east. Like, how does one determine a direction like that without, a compass or something?
Well, the buildings don't move, do they?
Fair enough.
Do they? I don't think so.
Who knows? Perhaps they.
Like, I know most of them don't. I know there's stories of the big things in the city moving, but not the buildings.
But I say we wait a bit for the situation to calm down. Wait for, all the panicked people to leave, for the guards to do their investigations, and move on to report, and go on from there.
Gabriella, as you say that, and you all have a little pause to look at the window at the aftermath of the chaos, at this point the smoke is still rising, but the fires are mostly out, and just a few embers remain, the bodies still lay in the street, and about 20 constables of the City Watch have just stormed into the actual alleyway itself, led by a sergeant, who is accompanied by what you would recognize because you are, I believe, are you listed with the Watchful Order of Mages and Protectors?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would recognize it as a member of that, probably a fairly high-ranking member. You don't recognize the individual in particular. Maybe he runs a lot with the City Watch, but you've not seen him before. But they are being disassociation, and you immediately see the constables are being sent out, and they begin knocking on doors of local businesses, residential areas, and they begin asking questions, taking accounts.
Well, should I go speak to them before they come speak to us? So we, just so we take the initiative on the not negotiations. We take initiative on the talks with them.
Sure. I'll go take the horn-what's-it lady, and you go speak to them.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Anybody care to accompany me to talk with the guards?
I think I'm going to have a look at the window over there. I'm gonna disguise myself as a guard, and I'm gonna have a quick look.
All right, works for me.
If I find anything, I'll promise I'll stay out of trouble. I'll be as quick as possible.
All right, just please don't get caught. We just got you out
Don't worry.
You just murdered your way out of prison, right?
Don't worry. Plus, if anything happens, I'm sure that scary lady's gonna look after us, no? That's the whole deal, no?
I wouldn't...
Protect Waterdeep, and that's what we're doing. Protecting Waterdeep.
Would Bosco know that if I removed a singular bead from this fireball, it wouldn't go off? Like, you'd have to throw it to detonate it.
Oh my god, close down.
You can make me an Arcana check, Bosco, because you've not identified this magical item.
Oh yeah, of course. I'd assume it's a...
15? Yes. You would know that if you remove a bead, it doesn't immediately detonate. You can throw it up to about 60 foot, and then whenever it reaches the end of that trajectory, it detonates as a 3rd level fireball spell. You can actually throw multiple beads at once, or even the whole necklace if you want. The problem is, and this is how I'm going to rule it, these beads are literally like fucking impact grenades. So the second you detach it, it's like you've taken the pin out. You can reattach it to the necklace, like, as well. Like, you can put the pin back in. But, like, you couldn't just have it knocking around your fucking pocket. It's gonna go off at some point. You know, it's not like
I was thinking of detaching one and keeping it, but yeah, no.
You could try to break. The necklace is already broken. You could break the necklace and just have like the few rings that the beads are connected to themselves, without destroying the magical effect. You've already the necklace has already been snapped. You're aware of that.
Oh wait, has it all like? Oh, sorry, have all the beads been used? So
no, there's 2 beads remaining, and then there are several missing beads.
Sure, yeah, I'll go in my workshop and try to.
It's very easy for you to do. You've got Tinker's tools, I assume, or even Jeweler's tools.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I have all of it. I have all the tools. Yeah.
You can literally, if you spend an hour converting your your artifacts or tools into Jeweler's tools, especially because that's probably what this is be more specific for. You can literally just you have literally a device, and all it does is just like removes the clasp, and like you can just pop off the ends perfectly, as you would do if you're resizing a necklace. You can just take them out or put more in, so it's very easy to do. It just takes time to get the correct equipment unless you already have Jeweler's tools.
I only want to keep one. That's all I want to do.
Sure.
And yeah, I just want to keep one. And then with the rest of it, I want to bring it downstairs.
Okay. So do you have Jeweler's tools already, or do you need to take the R to make them?
Let me check.
Because it will specifically require Jeweler's tools to do this. Alright, you can try Tinker's tools, but it'll be more difficult.
Require check. Cooking utensils, smith tools, thieves tools, woodcarver tools, and tinkerer tools. So jewelers. If
you spend an R, you can do the artifact's ability to make any set of artisan tools. So you could make, you can just make them, and they're magical. They last until you make another set of tools. But it does take an R to create them. Or you can attempt it with your Tinker's tools, which will require a, let's say it'll probably be a dexterity check with proficiency.
Oof.
Because you're literally then operating I need to pry this open and hope I don't fucking knock off the chain that the bomb is attached to, otherwise it might go off my face.
Like a rough idea. Would I think the guards will be here for longer than an hour? I mean, this is a big investigation.
You think if not the primary investigator, it's likely the guards would have an increased presence in this area for at least 24 hours in case anyone else comes forward or someone returns to the scene of the crime to try to hide evidence, things like that. There's for the next day at least, Troll Skull Alley is probably going to be a bit of a busy place for City Watch.
I'll spend an hour to get through the jewel tools. I don't want to risk a explosion in the. In the
probably tavern. Wise. So Bosco is out of commission for an hour as he works on this.
I'm gonna use some time to disguise myself as one of the guards.
Yep. So you go upstairs and you're gonna use your disguise kit.
Yep.
Problem with these
Yeah.
guards is they're all wearing splint mail.
Fuck.
You could try to sneak out the back door of the old familiar, because they are going off on their own, and you could try to ambush one and try to, you know, take their clothing. They look fairly. They don't look like pushovers, so you think it might be quite a difficult job, but it could be done. I'm not saying it's not impossible, but it could be done.
Mm.
You lack the uniform. Things like disguise self would be perfect right now, but unfortunately you lack the magical ability to disguise yourself in that manner. But you lack the physical guard outfit. You know, think like Hitman. You know, you need to
Now, even if I have the disguise kit, it's not enough.
disguise kit's just your face and like your arms and your
How is
skin.
it?
A disguise kit's not a costume.
Ah.
You need a costume. You need a costume. You need the
Get it.
Uniform.
Okay.
you probably have your old ruined guard like jailer uniform from earlier, but like it doesn't look the same as the ones they use in the street.
Fucking risky now. I'm not gonna.
And Gabriella, you're gonna go meet with the
Yep.
watch.
With the watch and with the magic association person.
Perfect. And Logan, what are you up to?
Speaking to the lady of House Horn. I've
Hornraven.
forgotten the name.
Perfect.
Yes.
Alrighty, I will do Hornraven first. So as you head out, Logan, the guards are trying to keep people moving along, trying to stop them from like looking too much. They're not covering the bodies yet because you can see whoever this this member of the Watchful Order of Mages and Protectors. He's conducting his own investigation now, and you see he is literally doing things like casting detect magic. He is pointing at things and like working out, and like he finds the area that is like the central location of the fireball, and he stands in it, and you watch as he literally stands and just begins like watching, and he looks at every possible vector where the spell could have been cast from, looks up and he triangulates, and he's like, and you see he turns to like someone who's making this slime, like, note down that there are 3,455 degrees of vector of attack that the attack could have come from based on the elevations in this area, the exposure of the, and like just begins like just completely surveying, like going full fucking Sherlock on this thing, like just trying to piece things together. But because of that, they're trying to keep people moving, but they're still interviewing witnesses and stuff one at a time. This woman, as you approach her, it's just as one of the constables steps away, and he just says like, thank you so much for your time, and good luck, my lady. And he steps away, kind of sees you, goes, Lord, and just gives a small nod and like continues on. And yeah, you see her kind of sat there, and you see she's been crying a little bit. She's got a handkerchief that she's like dabbing her eye, and like every now and again, like.
Terrible business, isn't it?
Oh, that's definitely awful.
Where were you when it happened? My lady, I only ask because I'm one of the proprietors of the tavern over there that you'll see.
Oh, well,
That's fine.
I didn't see much during the chaos. I couldn't bear to look. But what I saw was that it was not a man. It was definitely no man. Men don't move like that. It was like a puppet, shaped like a man, a puppet without strings. It was on that rooftop up there, and it threw something that caused the explosion. It just straight into the crowd. I saw those halflings burned alive as I came out the door. I saw them just screaming and reaching for help, but there was nothing I could do. And I looked away, and when I looked back, they were on the ground, and the puppet was gone.
Goodness. And tell me, are you aware whether buildings move at all? I don't think they do. That's
Whether-
right, isn't it?
Where the buildings move?
No, never mind. Which way is east from here?
She'll like pause and look up. If that's north going that way, and she'll point like it would be that direction, and she points on the far side of the alley of Trollskull Alley from where she currently is. Would it be helpful to see a map of Trollskull Alley?
It would a little bit, yeah, please.
Let me get one for you.
I'm trying to think if that would make sense for the creature, puppet, construct thing to run away in that direction from where she said.
Bear with me because for some reason we have This map, for some reason, has decided it needs to have fog of war on it. Like not
It's
being a
ever so
combat.
foggy after the blast. I'm sure it'll clear in just a moment.
Oh,
Wonderful, it's fixed.
yeah, let me hide all these guys. So, keeps pinging about fog of war notifications. I don't want to use fog of war. Piss off. Thank you. Right, so I will quickly just reveal all the current locations. So,
Is it here, Trosco Manor? Is it here?
T1, yeah, which I'm about to reveal is Trosco Manor, yeah.
Yeah, because that's got the century on it, which is ours.
Okay, so
So,
T1 is Trollskull Manor. T2 is here. T2 is the Bent Neil, which is the like the carpenter's shop, and he's the guy who sells the crossbows and bows. Owned by Tally. T3 is Steam and Steel, the smith, run by the Ganassi. Then there is T4, which is Corellian's Crown, run by Fala. She's your druid neighbor. The elf druid neighbor. T5 is the Tiger's Eye. So here. Which is currently where you are. So she points to the rooftop. Effectively, let me make some nice marks here for you guys to paint a little scene. So the explosion happened. Well, that was not a circle at all. That was a line. Thank you. You look like a fucking dickhead. Well, let me back to my DM screen. So. Circle. So the explosion happened effectively there. Is that on? That's not on the right fucking layer. I love Roll20. Roll20 is the best tool. As long as you know what you're doing. So the explosion happened there. She is able to point that east is to the right side, effectively.
Yep.
She and yourself, Logan, are currently just outside of T5. So you're kind of around about this yellow marker. And she claims she saw the individual kind of hiding up there on the other yellow marker on the roof. So she points up to the where the roof saddles over, and she points and says she saw it. But like the chaos has spilled out into like the center of the alley. If you kind of imagine that the central red line, it kind of probably is more about that kind of level of chaos that kind of unfurled. So she's seen the tail end of it. She's not seen the area of impact, but she's seen the halflings and all across it.
And if she's pointing up to that building and saying that it ran away east, that probably wouldn't make much sense to be going right to where all the chaos is if he's trying to run away.
Yeah, you would say. Well, she said she didn't see anything.
Yeah, but I'm piecing together where she said that the dude was, and the direction in which I think the dude or the puppet thing ran away.
I'm not sure if
it didn't quite stack up.
I'm not sure if Sullivan shared all the intel, didn't he?
yeah, did it?
Yeah, because that's when I made
So then what the drunk claimed was the drunk to back it up. I'll do the drunk's opinion in green. So the drunk backs up the original location on the rooftop. But it claims afterwards it came down to the gnome's body and then ran off east.
Gotcha.
Okay? And
Oh,
she's
you beat
claiming
up
it went
some
away. So currently the east angle would line up in that sense. Like if it did pop down, grab and run, or it could have theoretically, if her opinion is wrong because she didn't see what happened, she looked up and it was gone. If you're assuming the drunk was correct, it did come reclaim something from the center of the explosion, it could have gone east in any which way, like this.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So it could have gone any which way.
Cool. So it's not that it's wrong, it's just that it's potentially possible, but hard to tell.
Those are all possible angles in which it could have had a clear exit to the alley from the explosion. Because all of those ways will eventually lead back out into the street.
Cool. And when he ran away, you didn't see it again. I know you You couldn't bear to
Whenever
look,
I
was
looked
it?
back,
Very
it was
crispy
gone.
halfling.
It was
Yes.
gone, unfortunately. I'm sorry I couldn't be more help.
Oh no,
I've already told this to the
is
guard. Are you
Pure,
with the guard?
pure curiosity. Oh no. My name's Logan Margaster of House Margaster.
Oh. One of the Marcasters. You're the oldest child?
Sure. Middle, probably.
Oh,
Judging-
okay.
Possibly youngest. I struggle to remember. It's been a while.
Well, if you remember and you were the oldest, maybe, my husband of mine, I'm not sure how faithful he's been. Our marriage may come to an end shortly.
No, I'm actually the youngest of 11.
Oh, never mind then. Forget I said
Definitely.
anything.
No. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
And he's gonna hightail it straight back
Yeah.
to the tavern.
Yeah.
Picking up what she's putting down and not being his type,
Perfect.
which is bizarre for Logan. Okay, and he'll probably head back to Sullivan as the source of kind of the where did the dude go?
As you
update
walk
on the
back,
investigation.
you overhear Fala giving her account to all the constables, and you kind of like hear bits and pieces, and you just hear it's lucky I wasn't injured. I mean, through the smoke, I saw a cloaked man. He took something off the body of that gnome, and then he ran off. He just kept looking. He didn't even look back. He just kept going. He kind of headed down towards the bent nail.
I will be scurrying back to Sullivan and suggesting that we need to start trying to make tracks to follow up something, even if it's a little and late.
Yep.
Where are the guards at the moment?
All fucking over. Like, literally, there was like on every entrance of the alleyway, there's like 6 guards. In the crime scene itself, there's probably about 10, and including the sergeant and the mage.
If I wanted to get up on the roof, is there like a path I can take where there's like not many guards? Like sneak away or something, just try to get up on the roof?
I mean, you have gotten onto the roof of your own building before. There's like the highest balcony you can scramble up on the roof. It's not very high. It's a sloped roof, but you can get up there. It wouldn't be on the roof in which is in question. And as the guards are spending more time questioning people, they're also putting together the same conclusions you guys are drawing. So things like, we need to get in that roof is also becoming their priority as well. Gabriella, you approach this mage who's currently in the middle of the crime scene, and he's continuing to note things down to this human city watch sergeant who's taking all of the notes kind of on his behalf as he kind of like is mind palacing his way through. And he kind of spots your approach, and he holds up a small hand. And he's got a short individual. He's probably maybe only about 5'3". The guard with him is closer to 6 foot. So together they're quite a funny pair. He holds up his hand and goes like, "Stop! Don't come any closer. You're in real danger of endangering the evidence of this crime scene, my love."
Oh, my apologies. I'll state my case from here. But I just wish to ask, do you have any idea how long this entire, operation might go on for? I'm just trying to plan for, if I should put up a closed sign for the upcoming few days, hours. We got a business to run, so it's just also a part of our priorities to keep it that way.
Most interesting. The fact that you're coming out of the woodwork and such suggests the thing. Am I correct in assuming you own this establishment here? He gestures the old familiar.
I'm one of the co-owners, yes.
Perfect. I would probably see it fit to talk to you and all of the owners of said establishment. Unfortunately, due to the proximity of the explosion, of course, you draw yourselves into being key witnesses, if not suspects, of this case.
Yes, I'm fully aware of that. You still haven't answered my question. Do you have any idea how long this could go on for?
As long as it takes, dear. As long as it takes.
Farewell.
But most of the crime scene is being logged. I think we're probably going to begin moving bodies to temples, get them dealt with in a proper manner of choosing.
Of course. But may I ask, have you made any interesting conclusions so far? This is a very much harrowing event. And I do sorry, and I do care about this being resolved. For one, for our tavern not having a bad reputation for the rest of time of
Yes.
having a mysterious fireball or ball of fire blow up. And
No,
further, because
no one wants to be the owner of the tavern who fucking 11 people died outside, is that right?
yes, for one, and I also saw the people. Well, yeah, in the street, and I would not want their deaths to be just written down and never resolved.
Not resolved is not what I'm about.
Yep.
Don't worry. You are talking to the famous Barnabas Blastwind. And as he says his name, you're like, holy shit, this is Barnabas Blastwind. And like, you immediately know who that is, Gabriella, because like, there are fucking books written about this guy. Like, he is literally like a Sherlock Holmes level bullshit. And like, without even a doubt, you're like, that's Saif Cromley. The guy he's with, who like on the watch, that's Saif Cromley, because he's always the one who has to drag Barnabas around, because Barnabas will just go off to his own shit. He keeps Barnabas in line. Barnabas is like insanely intelligent, like some of the conclusions he draws probably weren't correct, but they were plausible enough to get through the court, like that kind of level of bullshit. But yeah, he is a very, very smart individual. One of the top detectives of the magistrates, or magistrates and detectives.
I've heard a lot about you. A pleasure to meet you in person, Mr. Barnabas.
Well, you should know I take this very, very seriously then. But,
of course,
seeing as you are a member of several factions, it appears. He like glances at your glove, and then glances back at you, and then glances at your glove, and then glances back at you. I do know that you are a member of the Watchful Order of Magus, and you do have at least some stake in keeping Waterdeep safe.
Yes, for one, it is mandatory to sign up, and for other, I prefer the places I live in to be somewhat safe.
Most indeed. Well, I'm not requisitioning your skills of yourselves or your allies. In fact, that would add far too many variables to the situation. I will share with you what I have concluded thus far, purely as a gesture of goodwill, because I will have to interview you all in turn to get your own accounts and draw conclusions that might be relevant to the case. Hopefully dead ends on your end, but very well. Let's see. He points at the gnome in the middle. He goes, this individual is running from armed pursuers. You can see he claims it holds a dagger close to his chest, trying to hide it from passers-by, but ready enough to defend himself if the need so arose. His left hand, which is currently empty, did once hold something. The pursuers who are following him, I believe, are these individuals in the cloaks. He points to the two bodies, of which there's a third outline of a body in the ash from the fireball, which is now moved. It was like, these two individuals were following him, with an additional, a third, I believe, was tailing him as well. However, this third is not among the dead. Safe to assume that they got away somehow. Now, the gnome and his pursuers are moving towards your tavern, based on their vector of travel, it seems. But neither the gnome nor his pursuers saw this blast coming. It has caught them all completely by surprise. With one member missing, it's safe to assume that they've either gotten away, perhaps they took such an item, or whomever caused such an explosion took the item in the aftermath whenever this individual was still rolling on the ground in pain, and unable to act. You know this gnome?
Oh,
Never mind.
looking-
Never mind, I suppose. Fuck me with a big stick.
Like you just see his camera just disappear.
Oh, he's really frozen. His internet's completely fucked. Should we take a little break until internet stabilizes again? I think that's probably why. We'll be right back, folks. Fucking hell. And we're back. Alrighty. We last left off. Gabriella dropped out of existence for a second. But yeah, Gabriella turns to you. Barnabas turns to you, sorry, and he says, "Did you notice him?"
No, I was inside the tavern when the whole thing occurred.
Very well.
But that's a fascinating insight indeed.
He looks you, narrows his eyes, I believe you were telling the truth. You do not know this individual. But perhaps he knows someone who was in your tavern. Or someone who was going to meet you there.
It is possible. Many people frequent our tavern. We get a large amount of guests of various natures and various natures.
Very well. If you don't mind, I will follow you back to your tavern and you can introduce me to the members of your the other owners. Yeah.
Of course, it would be a pleasure. Do you want your companion to follow us?
Of course, he comes with me everywhere I go.
Wonderful.
Yes,
Let's
no
go.
problem.
And if Logan is finished up his conversation, she'd call Logan, our detective would like to speak to us concerning the event that occurred.
Oh, all of us?
Yes, me, you, Sullivan, and Bosco.
I mean, that is all of us.
Yes, indeed.
Okay,
Yeah.
what does the detective drink? Why?
I don't know. She looks to Barnabas.
On the job, water.
Oh, of course then.
Water.
Saith is like, oh, well, if they're offering with Devon, I'll have a beer, please. Water for you, Saith. Water, I guess, I suppose.
Do you want some water, lemon in your water, or just
Water will be fine.
Do we have any alcohol that's tasteless and odorless in the tavern?
Like what kind of alcohol in real life do you want to compare it to this tasteless and
I don't know.
odorless?
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. It's fucking Dungeons and Dragons. Anything can happen. So all we should do is, if
I would
they
say,
have those,
so you would know those things, Sullivan, and they're basically you're talking about Rehypnol. You're basically talking about Rehypnol because it's not alcoholic, but it fucks you up, but you don't know you're taking it.
bruh. But yeah, she'd probably lead Barnabas inside after calling Logan over, and probably lead him to a nicer part of the tavern. Maybe want to how to put it, somewhere in the back to a table where everybody can sit down.
I mean, yeah, you can take them upstairs if you want to your little lounge.
Oh yeah, she'd take them there. So yes, follow me.
Yep, they'll follow you upstairs and they'll sit you all down. They'll question you in turn, and they'll ask you pretty much all more or less the same few questions, do you own this tavern? Did you know the Noma question? Who was killed outside? Do you have any reason, to, do you have information regarding this event that might help the investigation? So if anyone, just chime in, if anyone would chime in, if they would tell any information to them, or, apart from, I don't know. Anything, apart from I don't know, if you just say, I don't know to all the questions, and you're lying, if you do know stuff, you can make a deception check. But if things like Bosco finding the necklace, Sullivan knowing things about the drunk, things like that.
I would probably be very loud and forthcoming about how much I know, which is basically what Lady Hornraven said to me, which I know that she already told.
So you basically share Jezrin's account. Perfect. Yeah. And I would say you can make me just a general, let's say it's a persuasion check, because you're not lying, but you're not giving perhaps all the information that you're aware of.
Yeah. Amazing.
As you kind of keep explaining, Barnabas doesn't. He asks you very plainly. You answer. Seth records information. Barnabas nods. And whenever you finish speaking, he just kind of goes and that's all you wish to share, correct?
Yes, that's all I've got.
Very well. If that's all you're sharing, not to worry at all. Seth, make a note. There may be more to that, but it is being withheld.
I'm sorry, what?
Just in case there might be more information on this, but there's perhaps a chance it might be being withheld.
Oh. Rude.
It's simply note. If you're not willing to share, I will not be forcing upon you. But I felt there might be more to that story that you might be aware of. But maybe your friends can share some light into that. Cuts like Sullivan. So, what do you that kind of thing? Sullivan, do you share everything you find so fair, or are you gonna hold information back?
Sorry, I was too busy helping people. I don't know anything.
Deception check.
Deception.
Good.
14, for fuck's sake. What are these fucking rolls, bro?
Barnabas Blastwind. Stop block.
Probably like I started for like 25 or some shit.
Nah, it's not that insane. It's only an NPC.
But he rolled exactly 14.
He has a +6. He narrows his eyes. He's like, very well. Too busy helping, understandable. He's already had an account from Gabriella. Gabriella, is nothing else you would add or anything? Or
I was rather busy helping the people in the streets, and of course I overheard bits and bobs when I was working around pouring drinks, but nothing like there was a lot going on at once. Various different accounts. It was nothing like.
Is there anything stand out that you can remember that might help this investigation?
Not really, like an explosion going off, of course. People hearing that. Lots of people saying different things.
Very well. You want to make me just a general... Are you trying to deceive him, or are you trying to just be persuasive enough that you're too busy to even take it in?
Persuasive.
Yeah, persuasive.
Bruh.
Make a note that perhaps the individual may be withholding more information than letting on, as with the other noble, the Margaster. And he does make a tone they take your names and details and stuff, owner of the.
You can find me here.
Of course. If you have any further questions, hopefully it will not be necessary.
Of course.
And Bosco, finally yourself. Anything you would try to withhold or anything like that?
Oh, am I actually there? I thought I was just still working on my thing.
If you are upstairs working, they will come disturb you.
Yeah, I mean, would an hour already been gone?
At this point, with the full investigation, let's see. You've got about 10 minutes left of your jeweler's kit. I'll say you could have stashed the necessary stuff already, but you can just be working on your tools. You hear someone knock. They knock on the door.
If I hand it to them now, does it look like I've been tampering with it?
No, you've not really touched the device, the necklace yet. But you haven't had time to pry off any beads. You're still making the equipment to do that.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's fine.
Because you could have tried it with the Tinker's tools at the risk of it going off, or you tried doing it the proper way.
Oh, I did, because I've been doing. I was
you would know. You could let them in and continue talking to them, and you could finish the jeweler's kit, and then you could you could try to bullshit them off, and then.
No. I was planning on giving them the fireball, but I wanted to take one for myself.
I mean, you could always explain that to them.
No, because if I say that, I want to take some evidence. They're gonna kill me. Sure, I'll get Google to open the door.
Google opens the door. And Barnabas steps in. He seems completely unfazed by the homunculus. The first person you've ever seen not fazed by it. Sayeth is holy fuck! As he steps in, and Barnabas just dismisses it with a hand wave. It's fine. It's simply a homunculus.
Yeah, I'd probably be sitting in my chair just staring at the fireball bead. I was hidden my tools and just be contemplating it, trying to think of what this is.
I'll say that your tools are they're paused. You can, if you pick up and spend the final 10 minutes, you can finish the conversion. So it's not a complete waste of time, effectively. And yeah, you're respecting him, and Barnabas will move in. He'll say, "I'm interesting. A necklace of fireballs."
Is that what it is? I was just about to hand it to one of the guards. When I was doing my due diligence around here, trying to find out what happened, a child was holding it. He said he saw something drop it into a barrel. I gave him a silver for it, and I was planning on handing it over. But I was just trying to figure out what it was first.
Good work on getting it off the hands of a child. You very easily could have slipped away into the crowd. I have to commend you for that. Sayeth, note down that the rooftop theory seems 85% more likely. Next to the fireballs dropped into a barrel of water. And this one appears to be telling the truth. I don't believe that he might be the cause. Although he does seem to have some arcane capability, I don't believe he is a skilled enough user, no offense, to merit the use of summoning his own fireballs without such a device.
I'm not more into arcane. I'm more into trinkets and gadgets, you could say.
Indeed. It is perhaps possible this individual crafted this necklace for another individual to use, perhaps. Make a note of that.
I can't make something like this. I'll tell you right now.
It is totally fine. My boy, do not worry. We are the most renowned team in Waterdeep for a reason. We prefer to have ironclad evidence and testimony from reliable witnesses before making any arrests. You are very much safe from our investigation. We have no doubt that yourselves here, who rule this tavern with a grey hand, have any misdoings towards the city of Waterdeep. And if you did, I'm sure there'd be individuals who would deal with you in ways much more painful than the ways we could.
Of course. I can suggest one thing to you if you want. We have a crow's nest, pretty much right next to me. If you want, you can have a nice look over the rooftops. That's what I was planning on doing next. Just try and see if I could figure out to get a bigger picture from a bigger height.
Of course. And what were you attempting to do to the necklace up here? You said you were trying to work out how it worked, or what it was doing?
What it was, yes. I mean, I saw a fire explosion. I wasn't too sure if this was the cause, but I thought I'd take it from the child, try to figure out what it was, and then obviously hand it over to the authorities, just so I can get an idea of what's happening around my tavern. You know, got to keep things.
Make
protected.
me a persuasion check with advantage, Bosco. Oh, he does. Wow, flat 11.
Damn.
Barnabas takes the evidence and he puts it in a little sealed pouch. He ties up tightly and he writes on it with a quill the contents of it and goes like, very well. If this investigation is resolved, as a thank you for your cooperation, I trust that you could use something like this for the good of Waterdeep, and I will have it sent back to yourself. Seeing as you did perhaps acquire it, perhaps by not the most honorable means, it is much better in the hands of someone who trusts how to use it than locked away in a dusty evidence locker somewhere. But right now, it may be required to make such arrests to bring the person who did this to justice. I'm sure you understand.
And if you need any help, me and my compatriots are happy to help. We have strong ties with the city, so if you need our help to investigate, we're quite good at that. So.
Indeed. But don't worry. Bringing yourselves along would introduce too many new variables into an already confounding situation. And from up the watchtower where, Sayeth Cromley has made his way up, you just hear, "Trust the watch!" Just echoed down.
That's what. Of course. Yeah, very well, yeah. So, is there anything else you would require from me?
Not at all. I wish you all the best of luck. Stay safe. It is a dangerous time. And him and Sayeth will both leave.
I'll just say, I hope you visit a tavern maybe when you're not on duty.
I hope so myself.
These.
Fingers crossed there's no explosions when I choose to do so.
Oh, I hope so.
Yes, we're leaving. I'm coming. Here, down the stairs. And yeah, after probably about an hour and a half after the explosion, you all are in relative peace. The lockdown on the alleyway is lifted, and it is around maybe that time. Who would be in the ground floor of the tavern? There's still stragglers from the event. A lot of people are there. It's very much a time of togetherness. A lot of people are shaken up. Even a lot of your fellow business owners nearby. Raishal, the old school Dragonborn. Probably the Ragamuffins are probably back. Balla's closed up early and come over with Tally, the owner of the Bent Neil. And the two Ganassi, the couple, have also come over everyone's basically shut up early, and they're they're all, it's a time of togetherness and bonding together. So there's a lot of a real need of community and the need of sharing what they've all seen, and people just need somewhere to go and to drink. And
Quick question.
Yep.
Would Gabrielle be able to convey the information she gained from Barnabas about the two men stalking the halfling?
yeah, the 3 men stalking the halfling.
Yeah, sorry, 3 men.
Yep, and then one was missing.
Yep, she'd let it run over.
Yep.
And Gabrielle would probably in the ground floor, probably with a drink, chatting up with some patrons.
Yeah, 100%. I would say that information, Sullivan, you'd probably, I'll let you draw your own conclusions, but you helped an individual who had a cloak that was part of the trio. Just a reminder.
I'll try to watch the guys, I'll be like, hang on a minute. There was a... So is this Gabrielle with me downstairs? She say this now.
I believe this is like an hour and a half after the original explosion. You're all back together, I think, unless anyone has any reason not to be. But all your neighbors are here. Everyone's having drinks, and people are they're not all with you particular, but they're in your establishment, all just I can't believe this happened. Such a horrible thing. Maybe you need let's have a neighborhood watch, things like that.
So so basically, what I gathered is that 3 hooded men were stalking the halfling. The halfling was ready to defend himself with a dagger, and he was holding something else in his other hand. What that was not found. None of the 3 knew about the explosion.
Now that you mention this, there was a very peculiar man and helped. He was wearing this dark cloak and I don't know, he looked a little bit weird. And I took him inside the tavern.
Oh, Barnabas did mention that one of the persons in cloaks did make it out alive. I would bet it's safe to assume it could be this person.
Maybe you should go and ask him. Maybe you should go downstairs, see if he's... I think are we still downstairs at this moment?
Yeah, we're downstairs.
I would assume you guys have come downstairs with the whole...
still there? So,
you go down and you look around, Sullivan.
Oh shit, he's not here anymore. Oh, Mark. It must have been him.
Any idea how he looked? Any discerning features, tattoos?
I mean, he was wearing a black cloak. And
He also had a horrible burn all the way down his face.
Was he a human? What race was he?
Check. He was a human man. Stood about 5'11".
He was like a tall man wearing a black cloak and had like a burned injury in his face.
I'll pull. There's his picture if that would help.
That must be a fresh burn then.
Also, to take a note, the cause of the fireball was not a mage or anyone from the arcane. I found a necklace of fireball, the investigators told me. So it's definitely someone not innate in any kind of magic. Probably some sort of... Could be just some ruffian, for all we know.
So, we are looking for a mechanical construct that was last seen at the parade. That is possibly the culprit of the attack itself. And we're also looking for a tallish human man.
For burn face. I'll go around and ask the guy and the people in the hall if they see where this man of the cloaked man went.
Yeah, make me an investigation check.
Gabriella, why don't we visit the Hall of Justice? I'm sure they would possibly know about these.
Oh, fuck.
Maybe?
Yes, I would.
They probably have knowledge from anything, and I'm sure they wouldn't ask too many questions if we was asking questions about these constructs.
I would be inclined to agree, and I also need to deliver some posts from the Black Staff, so I think it's on the way as well. So if somebody wants to accompany me, feel free to, Bosco or anybody else. I'll just drop off the letter, ask a few questions, and head to the Halls of Justice.
Sullivan, as you're looking around, you don't find anyone who even saw this individual leave. You see a few who recognized that he was here, but no one really got speaking to. He avoided most people. He basically had his whiskey, and then people don't even say he saw him leave. But he's definitely not here anymore. Is what you draw the conclusion of. And as you're kind of looking around, coming into the door, you see a familiar figure. You see the familiar face of Raynar Neverember. Step in. And he makes a beeline for you guys.
Oh, that's a familiar face. So, Reina, pleasure as always.
Never remember.
Look, I tried to get in about over an hour ago, but the guards had locked the whole alleyway down. I was supposed to meet a friend of my father's, a Dalakar, a gnome. He said he had something valuable for my father that he was unable to deliver, and he was hoping I could help. So we're going to meet him here.
Oh.
He might not be.
He's dead.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, fuck.
Like burnt to crisp. Like
Yeah,
ashes.
Basically,
Like
he will.
dead. Like so dead, you can't even tell he's dead because it's so dead.
Like, long story short, he was pursued by 3 hooded men and then proceeded to get blown up by a fireball.
What exactly were you? It was going to give you?
He didn't say. I know he worked for my father for a while, back when he was even still the Open Lord here. As far as I was aware, he was just to keep an eye on me, as I was still in Waterdeep. He was not the best, but he would sneak around after me, keeping an eye on me everywhere I went. But I could see him most times. But a couple of weeks ago, just before you actually rescued me, he disappeared. The message he sent me just said he had something valuable for my father that he was unable to deliver, and he was hoping that I could help. And he told me to meet him here.
Well, whatever he had, it cost his life, my friend.
Yeah.
And whatever he had, it's gone now.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Well,
Gabriel, I
fuck.
think it's time to go to the Iron Gauntlet now. Whatever it was now.
Yep.
This information we need to know. I don't want to beat the guards to it, but
I will
definitely
try
want
to ask Savra to send a few patrols on the lookout, or, just ask for people to be on the lookout in general for the people of the description. You want to come with me, Bosco?
Yes.
Alright.
With this, you don't think this will do with the whole dragon treasure thing? If it's including you right now?
It is possible. Halan did speak of the of the game of Dragon Chess going into play, or a game of Dragon Chess.
Yeah, I can only think the only connection I can see right now for you being in this mess is due to the great game. You got abducted because of it.
Maybe it was something to do with my
maybe.
necklace.
What necklace?
Remember my necklace that was whenever you found me originally back in the dock?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Maybe it was whatever was in that. I don't know. I don't know what was in it as the problem.
Well,
I remember
maybe we'll
fixing
find
it
out
was-
one day.
What was the name of the gnome again? Sorry. The name of the gnome?
It's Dalakar. Would that be spelled out for you?
Dalakar. I just spell it like that. Fine.
Dalakar. Dalakar.
Ah, almost. Okay.
Well, we should get a move on though, get things in motion and ready. So me and Bosco so far are going to go to the Halls of Justice, and I need to stop by Plume's Needle. Sullivan and Logan, care to join us? Do you want to start a small investigation, or do you want to start any business of your own?
Just want to ask Reiner, is there anyone else you're going to meet? Anyone that wants to give you an important item at any moment? So
That is a fair point.
just in case, perhaps we can go and meet them before they meet you. Because, we don't want place to go kaboom again. Ask Reiner.
What are you asking me specifically?
I'm asking him if he's expecting anyone else. Is anyone else gonna meet him, like to give him the special item?
No, I was hoping he was going to be here. I wasn't sure what had happened. There's just reports of a fire. That's all that's really getting out over town.
And
Okay.
anybody else contacting you about, meetings and stuff like
Yes.
that?
No one so far, but if they are, I can always let you know.
Of course, please do. Thank you.
Right. Dalakar was the only real one I was even aware of working with my father.
Very well. I will be sure to ask around. Now,
I maybe should go around the area and see if anyone saw where this man with the cloak went, with the bun face went.
alright, you can.
I don't think he must have gone very far because he looked badly injured.
Alright, you can do that. Me and Bosco can go conduct our investigation at the Halls of Justice. Logan, care to join either of us? So, English. Either of us?
I'm just
Yes,
saying.
it sounds like you'll need some help, Gabriella, with how you're talking. I can be your mouthpiece. How about that?
I'm just gonna say I'm still pretty badly injured from last time. If anyone here can help me out with some, I don't know, some healing hands, wink, wink,
No.
or potions, anyone at all.
The best help I can give you, and Gabriel just leans, goes into her pocket, pulls out a hip flask, slides it over. It doesn't heal you, but it will keep you on your feet from it.
What the hell?
I've got some snuff if you want it.
No, I'm afraid it's okay.
I had
Not
used my
enough,
last
not
bit
now.
of I had used my last bit of arcane to keep you alive, Sully, so I'm afraid I'm out.
And my arcane magic just deals with blast.
Fuck. Okay, well, I guess you're gonna have to go.
I don't deal with the arcane. I deal with the divine, and you are shit out of luck.
You deal with the divine? Huh.
Of course. I mean, look at me. I am divine.
I am looking at you.
Who's gonna say that?
Alright. Let's move then and be quick about it. What time would it be?
Right now, it is like late. It's probably coming up on like 10:30 in the evening.
Although I'm not sure if we'll be able to get a proper response considering the amount of, time that it is. Perhaps it might be for the best if we sleep and, prepare it.
Yes, I guess so. Because even if you find out anything now, if we don't have the energy to
Indeed.
pursue it.
Perhaps it could be more appropriate to rest first.
I mean, I suppose we could, but
Well, even if we go to the Halls of Justice now, I doubt that they'll be able to send anybody out this late on a short notice.
sure. Let's do it in the early morning. Let's get our
Alright.
eyes.
Well, let's get up at 7ish and go from there.
Let's go even earlier. Let's go 5.
No, 5?
Alright, get up with the priestess early in the morning.
5:30.
The early bird gets the worm, they say.
God, this is gonna be the death of me. Alright, well, if we are getting up that early, I should go to bed. Yep, now. Well, good evening, everybody, and rest well. And yeah, she'd probably start making some preparations to head to bed.
Well, I feel like shit, so I'm gonna go take some rest too.
You look like it, and you kind of smell like it too. Do you want to bathe before you go to bed?
Yeah.
Good idea.
Right there.
Alrighty. So you're all bedding down for the night?
Yes.
Okay. With the horrible events that happened at Troll Skull Alley kind of behind you, you all retire to your rooms. Take a long rest.
Hell yeah.
You said I don't give you anything.
Oh yeah, spell slots.
Alrighty.
No.
So, who would be the first downstairs in the morning?
Oh, I'd be dressed and changed and ready to go.
Yeah. Gabriel will be second, probably.
Oscar, you come downstairs, and Lith, although he does not speak, whenever you sit down to get your breakfast or whatever, he also puts a letter in front of you with some kind of it looks like the seal of a noble house on it. And you see it's addressed to the owners of the Old Familiar.
I'll instantly open it.
Yep.
Whoa, wait, oh shit. Oh, fuck it, yeah, sure.
Open it.
Probably should investigate it first.
Very, very well written calligraphy letter, and it says, to the owners of the Old Familiar, I reach out to you because I know you are people who wish to see good in this world and of Waterdeep itself. I would greatly appreciate your assistance, and I request an audience with you. This matter is urgent. It regards the lives of our children. Signed, Lord and Lady Castellanter. And then it's like a little note of like, join us anytime at our manor. That is the address.
Castellan, that's Gabriella, right?
Nope. Rosnar.
No, Castellantis. It's Rosnar.
They're
Castellantis. We've been to Castellantis. Where is that? We heard this before.
You've heard
Yes.
Castellantis before, yeah. I'll let you shout at
Have
your
we-
party and
have
see
we-
if they can remember it.
Is the
I haven't
Castellanter
known something.
the wealthiest family in Waterdeep's name?
I
No.
think
I remember,
it was
I remember if we run into
Okay.
them yet.
it was one of. I think she was the person we thought was going to be the Black Viper from the less than reputable newsstand, wasn't it?
There was the guy who mentioned the, weird devil worshipy stuff as well,
Yep.
like all that.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the stuff that turned out to be absolute bullshit because of Gabriella's sister, but yet it's the same family name.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. Good morning. This is gonna kill me. All right. Ready to go?
Good news.
What? Well,
Well, no, not really. Well, I don't really know yet. So, those devil worshippers? Well, we thought there might be devil worshippers. We've got an audience. We've got an audience with them.
why, when, what?
I'll
What?
just type up the letter. I'll Google to give it to you.
Thanks. She'd like rub her eyes, like, all right, this is way too early, and she'd like read through. Things piling up, ain't they? All right, we'll slot this in the early afternoon, I think, considering that we still have to make a small investigation, pop by little young plumes, then go to the Halls of Justice. We'll go there as soon as we can, alright? Because this does seem urgent, but we also have other urgent matters.
Let's Rob. Let's go to the Halls of Justice now.
Alright,
Because it should
let's
be
just-
there.
Maybe go
Yeah.
wait. Get Logan as well?
Oh, is he coming?
I don't know. He did say he would wish to. I
Oh,
think.
sure. I'll say Google.
He would come down once he heard voices downstairs.
Yeah. I would probably send Google, and I'll say Google, if you're coming down, he'll come back.
Alright, and Sullivan, I presume, is also coming with us? I think.
Yep.
Alright, wonderful. Let's. Yeah. Are we putting on armor or anything like that? Or are we just. Well, I mean, I just covered it with illusion, but it's more about you guys.
Logan would come down wearing his armor.
Oh, wonderful. Alright. First, I need to just drop off a letter at Plumes, the tailors, and then we can head to the Halls of Justice. Should have done it yesterday, but got caught up. And I don't want to keep the black staff waiting. So, if that's alright with all of you?
That's fine with me.
That's fine.
Alright.
Sure.
Alright, let's set off then. And then she'd probably conjure up an illusion of some, just disguise self, add a few things to her clothes, and just make herself look a bit more presentable than usual, and that.
Alrighty, and you guys head out?
Mhm.
Alrighty, so you're heading towards Little Plumes first?
Yes.
Alrighty, so you arrive at Plumes Needle. Probably within about. Do you guys just walk, or are you getting a carriage or anything?
Are we?
Carriage, no?
Yeah, I think we're already going for carriage.
Yeah, of course, perfect. It costs you about 2 silver pieces to get there.
Cool.
Gabby? And you arrive at the familiar tailor shop, and as you enter, there's a small ding, and you see the Tabaxi woman, kind of like middle-aged, kind of like smiles as you walk in, gives you a little wave, and you notice like there's a lot of pieces on display, having displayed for like when if you were last here, a lot of new work up. She seems to be alone on the shop floor.
Good afternoon. I'll just
Hello
pop
there.
in. Yes, we're just here for another thing. She pulls out the letter. Here's a letter. It is addressed to somebody who should have been here, at least. Or this was yesterday when.
Yesterday
What's
was
his
the
name?
break, yeah.
this letter should be addressed to somebody who should have been here at least yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
This is for him.
She takes it, she reads it, smiles to you, and she pulls you in for a big hug, kisses you on the forehead, and then just whispers very quietly, "I somehow knew I had a good feeling about you all." And she kind of like pulls you back and was like, "If you ever need anything, you are always welcome here. Yeah, as long as you pay the material costs, I will make you anything I can on us."
Thank you so much, but if I'm to be honest, I don't even know what was in the letter. I just was told to deliver it.
It's fine.
It was me and the blackhead one.
Yes.
Right,
But then if you want, maybe I only give those two get the free outfits for life.
Oh, I can assure you, they also don't know what's in the letter. But thank you so much. I'll be sure to pop by.
Good luck.
All right. She give a small bow. All right, folks. What's to do? A little time to do it. Let's head out.
Okay.
Just to check, you didn't. Did you pry the contents of that letter, Gabriella, or did you leave it?
No, she respected the postal secrecy.
Perfect. Alrighty, and you guys are heading out to
Halls
Halls
of
of Justice.
Yes.
Hold on. Travel back across the market, through the winding streets of the trade ward, and find yourselves at the familiar stairs leading up to the Halls of Justice.
All right. I'll put. Let's see if Stavra can help us, and hopefully she can. Lots of stairs.
I
Why
never
not?
liked this place.
Oh, I find it rather majestic, but still a lot of stairs.
Pass under the hanging entryway between the big pillars.
Gabriel, sorry, she dropped a donation as usual.
Yep, you
1 gold piece.
peace as always.
Logan would contribute 3 copper. Just rubbing them together. Chink, chink, chink.
It makes just as much as a cling as the gold. And you both get your little thank from probably a female kind of acolyte who's currently dusting. A little smile and nod, but nothing more than that. And you kind of, as you enter, Savra, you see is up discussing with one of the high priests, and she turns, seeing you all, and she does a beeline towards you, and goes "Oh, good, I was actually going to reach out to you. What on earth happened the other day at your tavern?"
That is why we are here, actually.
Redcon, what on Faerun happened?
Yes, That's why we're here, actually. We wish to ask a bit of assistance, if you'd be willing to go to us, to find the culprit of that whole mess.
I'll do what I can, but I mean, you probably know more than I. All I know is there's a huge explosion.
Alright, long story short, somebody blew up a fireball to stop a meeting from happening outside that tavern. But what we know is that there are 2 potential. There's one culprit and somebody who we need to investigate it as well. The culprit himself is a kind of construct seen at what was its name? My memory fails me.
Could I do maybe a intelligence check to know the names of these constructs?
Arcana check would be appropriate. A nimble right, and you would know with the 18 because you're well traveled. And based on where Sullivan came from as well, you would know. The nimble rights they're from the Luskan region.
Yeah, I'll explain that. I'm I've had my eyes on them for quite a while. How they work looks quite interesting. Google was a kind of a prototype of one, but obviously not all the way there.
So, a nimble right then, yes.
Have I ever seen nimble rights or see something from that sort of region?
Yes, and because you're from that area, you've been there before, you would know. And this obviously apply to anyone who'd ever been to the Luskan before in anyone's backstory. I don't think that applies to any of you guys, but just in case anyone was. They're fairly common among the the mages of Luskan. They're very, very high tech.
What are they used for usually?
A variety of things.
But I know everything.
They're built by technomancers of Luskan, and they're based on ancient Kalashite designs of the Shun Imperium, the secrets of which they don't like to share. So the fact that they are here in Waterdeep and, on display in parades and stuff like that, kind of weird. Like, I mean, normally they're just like kept quite hush-hush. They're very advanced technology. Like, why would you be parading your one of your greatest assets around? It is a bit weird.
So yeah, one of those was seen to apparently drop something into the street just before the explosion itself happened. The other person we are looking for is Solomon. How old was the man that you helped?
He was very old. Like, I don't know, maybe like 80, maybe 90. Could be 100, I don't know.
He was not that old.
I thought he was.
No, that was the old drunk. He was old as fuck. The man who helped with the burn, he's probably only late 30s, early 40s.
Oh, the guy, the burn face.
Yeah, he's the one who got away.
Probably about mid-30s, human.
All right,
he'd be very, very recognized. Got a massive burn scar on his face.
Yes, a fresh one, I would presume, from the fireball.
Very, very. About 5'10", 5'11" as well.
Yeah, sorry if it's a bit vague, but we are working with rather murky details.
Unfortunately, I didn't see any tattoos or any other marks. Besides the all-black cloak that I was wearing. Everything I was wearing was covered by this black cloak.
Of course.
Black cloak? Black cloak.
Quick question, is Opal the only one who's... is Opal also stuck for all of you, or just me?
No, I'm alive. I'm just really, really good at being still.
I thought you were still...
I literally did clown and mime for 3 years, so like...
Bruh, sorry.
I'm just very good at holding a pose. Yeah. We chef? Sorry, I just had a little family text there and I was just dealing with that. So you're asking Sabra basically to look at this individual.
Yeah, these two, the construct and this.
So I'll see what I can do. Not much to go on. I recommend also, you'll probably also you've got personal experience with one of the individuals, and it sounds like you know more about these nimble rights than I do, or any of my paladins, or anyone in the field that I have in the gauntlet might know.
More looking for where they could be stationed, or because they were used on a parade, and I presume they still have to have them somewhere in Waterdeep, either in a warehouse, on a ship. If you could try and... It
is very unusual to have these nimble rights anywhere but Luskan. I've never seen them anywhere else except in there, so for them to be here is just a very weird coincidence.
I mean, there is that Luskan fair, the carnival, there in the docks right now. Assumably it's them who brought them. I mean, they had a few floats. I was actually stationed there. There was another float who had something similar. I thought they were interesting. It was Bogentra Summertan. She's Lady Master of the Watchful Order of Mages and Protectors. It was her float, I believe, that had one on it as well. But
also
they must be for sale.
And also they had apparently this nimble right. He had a red cloak and a red hat as well. So I don't know.
No, the one that I didn't see anything like that in the parade. They're all dressed up and on show. But the one that on Lady Bogentra's on Lady Summertine's float, they had no eyes, no mouth, no nose, completely featureless. But could still see and catch and juggle and.
All right, thank you. But yes, if you happen to find anything, please let us know. Also, that reminds me, did you find any new intel on the guards getting attacked in the field war? You mentioned it when we met a few days ago.
I'm still looking into it this time. Honestly, the recent explosion, I was at your place, has kind of taken top priority. It seems more urgent.
Understandable. All right, thank you. Yes, we'll try to look into that, and I will let you know if we find anything.
Of course.
Right. Well, that's about it for us business here. Right, but now the Castellantas.
What is the name of the vessel or the lady that came with the vessel? In the dockward?
There are several vessels from Luxon down there.
Is there a name of a particular one?
I mean, the Sea Maidens Fair are like a big carnival event. If you pop down to the docks, you want to check them out. That'd definitely be an angle you could follow. If you want to investigate that, that's definitely you could do.
Mm-hmm.
So, how about this? What time would it be?
I would say, Sullivan, you'd be smart enough to know that there's 3 ships involved in the carnival. Based on probably your own research and information, based on the recent uncoveries you made yourself. But the names and exact, crew and stuff like that, you're not entirely sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's about 3 ships, probably.
I'll probably recognize, if I see a Luskin ship, I'll probably recognize on it. Maybe like the flag
their
or whatever.
Style of craft as well,
Yeah.
the wood color, the stain, they're unique.
Would I recognize Luskin sailors as well if I see them by the uniform?
Yeah. I mean, if not the uniform, probably more their skin tone and things like that.
So I'm guessing these guys that they're actually they're not pirates. They're proper sailors from Luskin. They're not criminals.
I mean, in
maybe,
Luskin,
traders.
sometimes the area is a bit grey. But if they're docked in Waterdeep, they're probably not pirates of Waterdeepian vessels. Otherwise, they would be impounded and captured.
Oh, sorry, I just got a question.
Yep.
I was just thinking. I was reading from my my backstory. We both mentioned something called another house or temple. I think it's something with hands in it.
The Temple of Gond, the House of the Inspired Hands.
Yeah, because I mentioned how that's Bosco's dream to work in there.
Mm-hmm.
What's in there? If that makes sense. I know I mentioned there's all inventions and that's why Bosco wants to work there. But is that I'm trying to think of would these Luskin people want to go there maybe because they're mechanical nature?
I mean, Bosco, a good conclusion to draw yourself. If the House of the Inspired Hands, which were full of inventors and scientists and artificers and these people who tinkerers, things like that, if someone has created a construct that can move and act like a human being and is capable of its own thought and things like that, that would be something the House of the Inspired Hands, the Temple of Gond, would be very interested in. And if people like the Lady of the Watchful Order of Mages and Protectors has one, maybe she bought it, maybe it was a gift, you're not sure. But if she bought it, Temple of Gond would definitely have probably the same amount of money as them to acquire such artifacts if they were also interested in that field. If it was a gift, they probably also would have got one based on their standing.
Oh shit! So that's like a connection. Okay, Bosco's gonna have a eureka moment then. I think I know where we need to go.
And where would that be?
Just a note, the DM, the next session, and then the session after, and Bosco here, just
I've literally just all connected it. Oh my god, have I just connected it all? Oh my god.
Oh no.
a whole session of let's find the right nimble right, and Bosco's bing.
I think I know where he could be, maybe, possibly.
Please, elaborate.
The reason why I come here, from Dorset, is to work in the House of Inspired Hands. All great inventors, mechanical mages, anything amazing, mechanical or magical items, constructions are there. So this mentioned that one was bought. Maybe the House of Inspired Hands, they have lots of money due to the sources of what they can produce. Maybe this is a clue. Maybe this nimble rights, it could be there.
So you want us to go to the House of the Inspired Hand, right? Is it easy to get in there? I've never, visited the place.
I've been there a few times, I'm sure.
Do they do exhibits?
Do they do exhibits? I don't know if there's like he
Well,
just walk
well,
through.
like, are we talking about a top secret, or not secret, but high alert government building for research and development of magical technology, or is it more like I don't know, a university that studies?
Yeah, it's like a university almost. I think it's like there's workshops, giant workshops, and people pray to Gond. Is it Gond? I think it's Gond.
Yeah,
Gone, yeah.
Yeah, they pray Gond. There's like a temple as well, so it's definitely accessible.
It's fairly open to the public. It's not like a private, it's not like a.
It's just
private club.
It's just more the the more secret stuff that'll be also in the workshops that we can't enter. But I'm sure we could ask around questions. I've been there a few times.
Right. That sounds like a good line of inquiry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had a bit of a cough there. What time would it be at the moment?
It would be. Well, it's still fairly early. Been up and all over. Let's say it's coming up on like 10:30 in the morning.
Alright, we have a good amount of time. I say we try and pursue this line of inquiry, and after that, if we manage to find some time, visit the Castellantas. The inquiry also seemed rather urgent.
Yes, I agree.
Right, let's do that.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Alright, wonderful. Alright, I paid my due, wonderful. Alright. I'm good
I
to go.
pretend to be putting a coin there.
Like sleight of hand.
Nope.
For fuck's sake. You deserve that.
You drop it in, drop it out. I mean, you see a priest give you a strange look, but they don't, accuse you or judge you. You're just trying to be a little bit of a dick to charity.
Alright.
I just act like nothing happens. Oh, look at the time. Oh, let's go.
Right, alright, Severov, if you would happen to, oil patrol see an individual with a fresh, extremely large burn across their face and neck, it would be wonderful, and that would be wonderful if you let us know.
I'll pass it on if I do find such a thing, okay?
Thank you. And if you need any help, let us know as well.
Good luck.
Yes, thank you. Right. Well, one more place, or several more places. Any idea how far this House of Gond is from us?
Not too sure from here. I used to always walk it, so maybe 20 minutes, half hour. Well, we're in the vicinity.
Yeah, you're about 20 minutes away. It's pretty appropriate.
Alright, let's go for that.
Saying that, I think it's right by the Castellanta, because we know where the Castellantas are. Because
Yeah, you have their address.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Castellantas are around the corner as well. So.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah,
That makes things a lot simpler. Right.
You're gonna head towards the Temple of God?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, right. Right. So, a house of inspired hands looks like a cross between a temple and a workshop. The symbol of Gond, a toothed cog with 4 spokes, is displayed prominently. You see the silhouette of a humanoid shape perching on the rooftop. It extends an arm, releasing a tiny metal sparrow into the sky. The bird does a few loops in the air and then veers right towards you.
Oh, that is neat.
Roll initiative!
Oh, fucking already. Jesus.
Welcome to Temple of Gond, baby.
I was about to say, that looks interesting.
I was about to ask you, was that a new thing?
Oh, for fuck's sake! What the fuck is wrong with my rolls today, bro?
Do we have tokens?
Top left, yep.
They're in the top left.
Oh, sorry. I had the map too zoomed in.
Gonna roll
yeah.
again, but I'll change initiative though.
All right, giggly, giggly.
All right.
To 6.
For some reason, I can't move my token or click on it.
Yeah, it's fine. You don't need to.
Oh, all right.
It would be more doing theater mind, more just the tracking of the old shoot.
If somebody could give me initiative.
The fuck, a pigeon.
Ah. Wait for. Yeah, for some reason I can't interact with anything on the map. I'll try reloading it.
Select the
I'll figure
arrow.
it.
Select the. You need to select the arrow sometimes.
Yeah, I have the arrow select. Select move. Nothing.
Gabriella, you're in initiative anyway.
Oh,
So
thank you. Yeah, I can't even click to change the initiative number.
yeah, it's fine. Just drop. I
I'll
mean,
try like a refresh, maybe.
for your pace and refresh, yeah.
Yeah, I tried and nothing.
20.
Uh,
Course. Right. Okay. So. Perfect. So. They rolled. Look at that. Gabriella, what'd you roll for initiative?
11.
Perfecto. Okay. So. Oh, Gabriella, top of the round.
Alright, is it visible that this sparrow is moving to us with a malicious intent, or is it...
It looks like, I mean, it's hard to tell. It's veering towards you and it's flying towards you at speed.
Right, she will ready an action. How far is it?
60 foot away.
Right, if it will get into within 10 feet of the party without seeming like slowing down and still heading straight towards them, she will shoot an Eldritch Blast.
Perfect. Alrighty. Mechanic bird. The mechanic bird does just that. It flies 60 foot towards you guys. So Gabriella, make your Eldritch Blast.
Cool. 15 to hit.
15 just hits.
Wow. Fucking hell.
And I'll roll for damage. 7. Force.
7. You blast this shit and it explodes in the air. Just like bits of metal and cogs just go fucking everywhere. Just like ding, 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 ding. And yep. That's it. The mechanic bird's fucking dead, yo.
She just like raises her hand like this, like.
Yeah. Sullivan, anything you would like to do in the moment?
Yep.
Yeah, she would look up.
Hey, go on, sorry.
She just look up to the figure, or she look up to her figure who released this. But how does it look? She look up. You mentioned that we saw a humanoid release this sparrow. What does this person look like?
This one. I actually have. I had no description in a second. So yeah, so this individual is a nimblewright. You would recognize based on the description that you've heard thus far. Copper with wooden pieces to it. But its hair consists of multi-layered overlapping metal feathers. It would have no facial hair but a description. And it wears a tabard that reflects the symbol of the Temple of God.
Alright, yep, this seems to look a bit on brand.
Is he wearing a hat, like a red hat and a red cloak now?
No,
Oh, alright, never mind.
that's just the only icon of the Nimble in the whole fucking book. So.
Oh. Right, yep, that is definitely a construct. Good to know. And I'll, she'll stay where she is.
Perfect. Just do a trade action here, so you wouldn't be able to do much else. Sullivan.
How far is he? How far is he?
He is a little bit further away because, like, as you kind of like delve into initiative, it was not thinking about like 60 foot of you guys. So you're probably about 100 foot from this individual, and they're also up on a on like the roof.
150, you said.
100 foot.
150. 100 foot.
About 100.
Okay. I'm gonna. Interesting. I'm gonna just dash, man. I'm gonna run forward 30 feet, dash another 30 feet, and then canny action another 30 feet. Try to get as close as I can to this guy. Then, like, just maybe try to like take cover somewhere as I'm getting close to him and just have a closer look.
Perfect.
And also, I'm looking around to see if there's any. That'll be an action, wouldn't it? To look
An
around,
action
see
to
if there's.
perceive, yeah.
So I'm gonna.
Cunning action dash. So you move 60
Can you
foot
action dash?
forward.
And then my 60 feet. I'm gonna use my action to start to perceive, see if there's like any other humanoids around, anyone that's like, controlling this
Yeah, of course.
creature.
Go for it. 10.
Fuck's sake, this fucking rolls,
There
man.
are other people around, but you don't see anyone like doing like things that you'd recognize as spell casting, and no one has any magical items that you might recognize might control this like creature. So yeah, nothing really stands out, unfortunately.
Alright, I would have tried to take cover somewhere and then end my turn.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, plenty of cover in the street. You know, you dive behind a barrel, etc., etc.
Yeah,
Let's
like
go.
a corner thing.
Let's see if this works. Boss is going to pull down his little artificer goggles, and he's going to clap his hands and summon his force ballista.
Yep.
Or cannon, whatever it's called. So you can summon this like giant kind of mechanical cannon, like quite similar to those locks and pistols, but obviously Bosco's designs on him. And he's just going to fire it straight at the nimble right. It's got 120 feet range.
Bingo. Make an attack roll. They hit. Damage.
2d8. 11.
Oh. The bullet. Is it magical or non-magical?
It is magical. It's a force ballista. It's like created by. Oh, I can double check for you. It does force damage. So
if those force damage is fine. In case of bludgeoning. Yeah, bingo. Yeah, you fucking like fire this thing, and you watch as you just shoot off one of its arms. It's like flies off, completely destroyed.
I just kind of like, ooh, okay.
We do need it alive, preferably.
Yeah, I didn't expect the force. I haven't really used this.
No, it's fine. It's just an arm.
Anything else possible? Is that your action, bonus action, to summon an attack?
I will then try to walk towards where the bird is. If the remains are still there.
Yeah, that would be been walking easily. Yeah, you walk towards it. You see it's the
cool.
cogs and spools of a destroyed dimension.
If I'm allowed to, like, item interaction, I'll just like try to like sweep it up. I'll like try and.
I'll say you can sweep up about a quarter of it because the Gabriella fucking blew this shit out the sky.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. So
it had one hit point and she did 7 damage. So most of the contents of this thing were completely destroyed as well by the blast.
That's fine. Yeah, it's just more like I'm just like quick like trying to clean up from the street.
Yep.
And that'll be it for me.
Alrighty, Logan. Anything you want to do?
He's going to use his action to don his shield.
Yep.
And be like, I'm not quite sure why exactly we're fighting, but well, I'm normally not really sure anyway, so it's fine. And he will walk 30 feet towards the guy, and that'll be it.
Perfect. Alrighty. Nimbright's turn. The Nimbright turns, climbs up the roof a little bit to like where this like round window with the symbol of Gond on it, pushes the window open with its still remaining arm, looks back at you all, and just like or close the window.
Like it walks inside.
Goes inside in the ceiling, somewhere in the attic or something. It looks like.
Alright.
We are effectively out of initiative unless you guys have any way to, like, get there and start attacking it. But right
Can we
now,
climb up there?
you try to climb the roof? Yeah, of course. I will say, Eldritch Blast, gunshot, guards are en route. Like, you hear, like, whistles blowing at the end of the round, like, there are guards en route.
I'm just gonna... Guys, let's just go inside, okay?
Yep.
Explain.
That works for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be carrying like the destroyed mechanical bird inside as well. Like, I'm
Alright.
trying to like cup it like with my two hands straight to like kind of hand off to the like a priest or head, whatever. Like
You guys move up to the doors. It takes you, a few seconds since you're there. You step inside. Inside, it is a buzz of activity during the day, as you are. There's people all over the place. There's so much noise in here, they probably didn't even hear the scuffle outside. Most people didn't seem to be aware of like what's going on. The main hall of the temple holds about 24 marble pedestals. Each one bears a prize-winning invention or miniature model of some of her like extraordinary like creation. Things that stand out to you, you see there is a 4-foot-tall model working tower, clock tower. That as you enter rings at the top of the hour, because it's coming up on 11 o'clock in the morning. It's made of wood, iron, bronze, and glass with brass bells, delicate hands formed of solid gold. There is a wooden flying machine with wings that flap when it becomes airborne. A miniature model of a mechanical dragon turtle, and has a big brass plate affixed to the pedestal that reads Big Belchy, sank in deep water harder, Day of Wonders, 1363. There is a functional waking helmet, which is equipped with small articulated metal arms and hands that gently slap the wearer if he or she falls asleep. A miniature model of a red submarine shaped like a manta ray. There's a brass plate affixed to his pedestal that reads the Scarlet Marpenoth, Lantany Submersible, launched 1489 DR. And that's pretty much it for the ones that really stand out to you. There's several others all kind of all around.
I possibly be like a kid in the candy store, is like running up to all of them, just looking them up and down, like, see, look at this, how cool is this? This is like the best thing ever. I want one of my inventions here, or they will be.
And as you kind of like walk in, immediately you're greeted by a dragonborn priest of Gone. This like bronze dragon ancestry, and she like smiles. She's like, hello, welcome, my lovelies, welcome to the house of the inspired hands. Oh, Bosco, my dear, look at you. Oh, anything new to show us, I wonder?
Yes, I kind of... Well, my friend here destroyed one of your mechanical birds, and I shot a hand off a Nibblewright that's hidden in your attic.
Not Nim. You shot the hand off Nim.
Yeah, I think he tried to attack us.
He like threw this at us at a high speed.
That's not like him at all. And she'll take the piece of the bird and like, no, this is the wizard who gave Nim to us gave us this bird as well. It's just supposed to fly. It's a very simple device. If it did come to it, maybe it malfunctioned. And she begins like inspecting it, and you watch she just begins casting a mending cantrip, begins trying to piece back together as best she can.
I would like to ask mending to try and help her out.
She's like, I don't know how he put it together. It's very complicated.
I do apologize for the situation, but it did seem like it could cause serious damage at the velocity it was aimed towards us.
Wait, did you say that Nibblewright made this one?
No. The wizard who gave us the Nibblewright also gave us this small construct bird.
Okay.
They're simply mechanical birds. They flap and fly. We have some more somewhere stored away. I can always get some more. It's like he was just playing with it. Nim is quite a strange individual. You said you shot him?
Yeah, with this, I was showing the money invention. Well, you see, my friend got shot by a Luxon pistol, and I tried to recreate it, and I kind of made this. Not quite the same effect, but it's got the range, and it packs a punch.
Hopefully we can get that arm back. Nibblewrights are quite... We found we can repair them. It just takes time, but they are quite easily fixed.
Again, we do apologize, but we are looking for a particular Nibblewright that recently caused a mass tragedy, so we are a bit on edge when dealing with them.
While that happens,
follow me. Look, I'll take you to where Nim is
Yes,
hiding. He hides in the attic. Follow me.
I'm sure this is a misunderstanding, but
Is that the only one you're having here? The
Yes,
only nimble right
Nim's
you
the
have?
only nimble right we have.
I will ask Google if he can fly to the roof and grab Nimble's arm.
Sure.
If he can carry it.
He flies out.
And then I
Flies
tell him
back
to find us.
He'll make it back to you guys. Valletta will lead you up a spiral staircase, which leads you towards the attic. And as she leads you up there, she finds that the attic door. She kind of like tuts and is a bit confused. And she's like, "That's new." And she points at a lock that's mounted on it. And she's like, "I don't have a key for that."
Well, maybe I can help with that one.
Yes, I was about to say.
If you can pick the lock, or maybe the knock spell, that would probably suffice. But please don't break. And if you shot Nim before you already damaged the nap, I'd appreciate you didn't break anything else.
So I just need someone to hold this lock steady for me, so I can.
I can try under this angle or this one. She just
That is like perfect, like this.
Right.
3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Yeah, but DC 20 on that lock. So yeah, very easily.
I'll midway through it, but how about we don't break in first? Maybe try to convince. Never mind. Okay. Never mind.
Yep. You open it. It's like, and you hear her go like, "Nim, I need to. I have some friends here. I think there was maybe a misunderstanding in the street." And you just hear like a murmur. Very similar to Gugal's kind of like texture of vocality. As the lock, you pick it off very, very quietly. The trapdoor is not unlocked, but it is still closed, and as far as whoever's on the other side is, it may still be locked.
Can he understand normal common when we speak it to him?
He can understand it, but he can't speak it.
All right.
We have a simple sign language we can communicate with, so I can always translate, but I need to see him physically to get out.
Can I try first? She'd like call. Nim, is it? I do apologize for the situation that happened. I may have acted too rashly, but I did believe that the bird could cause a decent amount of harm due to the trajectory it was heading. So I think. Yep. Right. Yes. Let's just put in.
Oh, and we're sorry about the arm. We have it. We can have it back.
And Gabriel just nod her head towards the door if she can open. Like, should I open it?
Of course, go ahead. You should be fine.
Right.
Him is he means no harm. I shouldn't at least.
I hope so.
Yeah. And you throw it when you reveal the attic that this nimble right is kind of made. It's kind of like a layer. You see there is lots of various bits and bobs or some clutter. And you see hiding behind a few crates this nimble right kind of like tucked out of the way, like trying to like a kid who's in trouble, like trying to hide almost. With only one arm still remaining kind of ducked away behind a little barrel. Or for you guys deal with Nim, I need to read some notes. I'm gonna call a quick little break so I can catch up because we're racing ahead a lot quicker than I was expecting to this session. So we'll be right back.
I'm gonna go to it anyway.